Hello there, my name is Vlad and welcome to the Garage Animal channel. If my calculations are correct, welcome to episode 6 of my Zaporozhets story. Alright, let's talk about the heater. The heater in my Zaporozhets is not the standard one. See, this bad boy's got an air-cooled engine in the back, which makes heating the cabin a bit of a head-scratcher. So the geniuses who built it said, you know what, screw it, let's slap on a standalone gas burner that literally sets petrol on fire to warm the air and blast it into the cabin. It's got two modes, Inferno or Arctic, no in between, no knobs, no fancy sliders, just an on-off switch and vibes. Safety-wise, it's got a couple of fuses and a prayer. Misuse it and internal combustion can become external or even explode, and sometimes the combustion chamber can crack, allowing exhaust gases to leak into the cabin. Oh, and it's loud, like louder than the engine, no joke. Here's how it works. There's a motor with two fans on the shaft. One fan blasts air into the combustion chamber, the other circulates air around it, heating it up before it goes cabin bound. Inside the chamber there is an evaporator that gets doused in fuel and the glow plug that heats and ignites that fuel. Once it's hot enough, the glow plug takes a break and the heater goes full auto. That's done with a super basic temperature sensor, literally a quartz rod that expands slightly when heated and flicks a tiny switch. That's necessary because the glow plug sucks power like crazy and burns out faster than a cheap light bulb. Fuel delivery, it's not regulated at all. It just pumps a constant flow of fuel using a float chamber, solenoid valve and an electric pump. By the way, that electric pump has a fun quirk. It can randomly stop working because the relay contacts that power it tend to burn out over time. When it happens, you've got to give it a few knocks to get it working again. And here's how to use it. The main switch has three positions: off, fan plus glow plug preheat, and fuel delivery. You start on position 2 to warm the glow plug and blow out the chamber, clearing any fuel that might have remained in the combustion chamber. Wait a few minutes, then flip to position 3 to start the fuel pump. Totally manual. You gotta time it right yourself. The glow plug is turned off once the heater is hot enough to sustain the combustion on its own. Switch back to position 1 to turn it off. Fuel stops, but fan keeps running until the chamber cools off, again thanks to the quartz rod. But what if you flip it straight from position 1 to position 3? Congrats, you've just created and that's all the control you get. And if it's too hot inside, your options are A. Open the window, or B. Turn it off entirely. Now, my heater had some custom tuning from the previous owner. Apparently he rigged it to let the glow plug run directly on 6 volts instead of factory 12 via a resistor, which protects it from burnout, but it also wastes power. Also, the original quartz temp sensor was busted, so he replaced it with a good old toggle switch in the cabin, which means I had to guess when to kill the glow plug before it fried. I decided to tear it all down, clean the combustion chamber and fuel lines and return it to stock. Got a brand new quartz switch and new mirror, which I installed on the right side because there were none. Wired everything back to factory spec, fired it up, worked great once, then the glow plug burned out. Swapped it, burned out again. That's when I hit my breaking point. I wanted to make it adjustable and reliable, but the fried glow plugs killed my mood. So I said goodbye to this Soviet heater and decided to find something modern. Besides, it was already cold outside. Now a real Webasto or Ep.6 setup, way too pricey. So I got myself a super Chinese diesel heater. Still not cheap, but Hey, comfort has a price. Claimed 5 kilowatts of power. Chinese kilowatts, mind you. I actually wanted the 2 kilowatts version. It's smaller and powerful enough, but this was what I could get. Downside, it's diesel, so I need a second fuel tank and have to fill up 2 types of juice. Upside, it's diesel. Diesel is way safer than gasoline. It's very hard to ignite, so you can almost stop out a cigarette in it. Plus, the heater doesn't steal gas from the engine anymore. The kit came loaded. Intake hose, manual, the heater itself, exhaust pipe, hot air duct, air filter, clamps, some kind of deflectors, control panel with small RC, fuel hose, silencer, don't ask me why, fuel pump, a T-fitting, mounting plate, fuel pickup, and the tank itself. Here's how it looks inside. The concept is pretty much the same, but it's all electronic and looks a whole lot cleaner. First I mounted the rubber gasket, studs and mounting plate. Yes, I used pliers. Yes, I know it's wrong. No, I don't care. Then I checked the spot in the car. Space was tight, but doable. Had to buy an extra exhaust pipe, the stock one was way too short. I bought a cable brackets and chopped them with an angle grinder so the holes would line up. Checked the spot again and I drilled into the car and bolted it all down. Took forever, my hands barely fit, and of course I forgot to film that part. Trust me, it was painful. I used a lawnmower tank to save space. Ran the exhaust through the original ZAZ heater outlet, though I had to destroy it a bit to make that work. Primed the fuel by holding 2 buttons on the panel till it reached the heater. Heat ignition. Sounded like a jet engine at takeoff, but it fired up. Works great. Power is adjustable from slightly toasty to welcome to hell. Even has a climate control, which I never used. And it's way quieter than the OG unit. I drove it for a while, smooth sailing, but I wanted more. The included remote only works within a few meters. Wouldn't it be great to start the heater from my apartment, so the car's warm when I get in? Found a kit on AliExpress, new motherboard, control panel and a proper remote. Installed it, almost worked. Through a motor error, but turns out that was the RPM sensor on the boat. Mounted the board correctly and boom, everything works. Oh, and I also swapped out the lawnmower tank for the tank from the kit, because, believe it or not, the lawnmower tank leaked. Yep, my Zaporozhets managed to wet itself with diesel too. So, here's the magic. I'm on the balcony, I'm on 13th floor, there is my car, and here is the remote control. Now I'm going to connect to it, can take some time. On. Yeah, it's connected. It's hard to see, but shows ambient temperature and that it's on standby mode. Now I'm holding the power button and waiting the heater to start. And now it shows on right here. So it's 11:40. Now I'm going to go down and check how it works. -4 Celsius. Also can change the power. It's already hot. And I also can turn it off. The fuel pump is not working anymore. And now we are waiting for the heater to cool down. This thing's been running for 3 or 4 years without maintenance. Though, to be fair, I don't drive often, so let's call it 1 active year. If this video gets, let's say, 200 likes, I'll do a full teardown, clean it and measure fuel and power consumption. Let me know in the comments if that sounds cool. In the next video we are diving into some autochemical experiments and a bit of traveling. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. Cheers!